Doesn't look good. That's all water. Today we're going to be working on this Johnson 15 horsepower boat motor. It was sunk to the bottom of a river and it's been sitting outside for a while. So today we're going to bring it into the shop and see if we can get this running again. Got it rigged up in a little jig on in the shop. This is a 15 horsepower 2-stroke Johnson. I do have the tank for it, so I'm going to hook that up. It's a little dirty. It's been sitting outside for a while and has been dropped to the bottom of a river. Let's dig right in. All right, let's get this cover off first. It's 2-cylinder. Bring you around inside here. Yeah, there's a little bit of dirt and grime in here, but nothing that looks too alarming. Just the throttle. Ooh, the throttle is really crunchy. That's all right. We'll work that out. I guess the first place we should start is to see if it has spark. Check to see what these plugs look like. Ooh, that's not a good sign. That's definitely like some mucky rust. It looks like we're gonna have to get a look in the cylinder. See how the other plug looks. This one's higher up, so maybe there's not as much water in it. But if it was dropped to the bottom of the river, oh yeah, that one's not looking great either. All right, let's check it out. Let's pull this over a few times and see if it's seized. I don't know. It pulls over. It's not exactly easy. All right, let's get a little peek down into these cylinders here. Oh yeah, there's some rust. What about the other one? Spin this over a little bit, see if we can get these cylinders down. There's quite a bit of rust in these. I want to drop some Marvel Mystery Oil in these cylinders to hopefully maybe clean this up a little bit. Let's get some Marvel Mystery Oil in there. My biggest concern is that we got stuck rings. The cylinders themselves don't look all that terrible, but we probably got some stuck rings. Let's squirt some of this down in there. Work that in a little bit because I do want to test for spark. Now we're going to put a spark plug on here. We're going to hold a rag over these openings and then ground this to the case. Then take a drill and see what we get. Oh, we got spark. Nice. All right, what about the other coil? I am shocked. Usually when they get sunk, electrical issues arise. Well, I just got zapped a few times. Oh, let's do this. Oh yeah, we got spark. Nice. That is a huge win because that was one of my biggest concerns. Is that coil being underwater. So let's spin this over a little bit more, let that Marvel Mystery Oil kind of soak in. Next thing we're gonna have to dive into is trying to get this carburetor off, because I'm sure there is some gunk in there. There we go. Anything crazy up here? Nope. How can I remove this? Just gotta take this lever off. And what am I getting caught on? Oh, come on. There we go. All right, now how do we get you out? Got a bolt here. It looks like we got a bolt way down here, which I have no idea how we're gonna get that. If we look down in here, focus, you can see water right down there. This was outside, so it could have been from there, or it could have been from it being sunk. I don't know. This carburetor is going to be hard to get off because there's a nut there, and then there's another one that's buried behind this. All right, put some fuel in there. Let's see if this will even just pop. Oh, there we go. So that means we can dig deeper. But the biggest problem is getting this carburetor off. All right, after a little bit of research, so I'm familiar with a lot of small engines motors, boat motors, not so much. So apparently we have to get this whole starter assembly out. There's a spring under here that is going to be a pain if it unwinds. So I'm gonna have to pinch this all together, loosen this nut, pull that out, and then electrical tape it together so it doesn't explode on me. So, oh, and this has to be in this orientation, the flywheel, to even be able to get this nut out. 9/16. All right, that's loose. I'm gonna go around the other side so I can pinch it. Is that loose enough for me to do it by hand? No. All right, I'm pinching this really hard because I'm really, I'm really scared that this thing's gonna explode on me. Oh, it's already starting to slide apart. Don't do it. I think that's good enough. What do you think? Sure. All right, now do we have access to the bolt? Kind of. There's a linkage in here that we have to loosen. I think I do. To be able to get to that nut. There we go. Out of the way. There we go. There's a carburetor. Got the fuel line off. Let's get this over the bench and take a look at it. You can always tell when something's pretty old because nobody uses flatheads anymore. Flathead screws. They've kind of went obsolete. See what's dripping out? Doesn't look good. That's all water. Oh, this thing is crunchy. That, I believe, is a wood float. Oh, man. This thing is not good. There's the gasket. Here's the main jet. Whew. This thing is very crunchy. Let's see if I can even get this out. Oh, it did break free. I'm shocked by that. That's plugged solid. Don't think there's going to be any pilot on the outside. Let's get this float out. Ah, the needle actually wasn't too bad. Spring was broke on there though. See if I can get a new spring for that. Here's the seat. Oh man, it's really grimy in there. It's definitely all going into the ultrasonic. All right, well, let's put it in ultrasonic and see what kind of results we can get. I want to try to get this out first though. Oh yeah. All right, let's listen ultrasonic and see if we can get this cleaned up and cleaned out. All right, I got everything back out of the ultrasonic and it cleaned up pretty good. There's still a little bit of corrosion left in here, but I'm not going to be able to get that out. I ran a screwdriver over it to see if anything would flake off and it isn't, so it should be all right. Here is our seat, which is clear, so we're going to reinstall that. And then our main jet's still pretty clogged. Can't see anything through there. So we're going to take one of these wire tip cleaners. Which way do you open? This way. I'm going to try to open this up. Oh, there we go. Kind of really scrubbing there. These have like little ribs on them. These are really good at cleaning jets out. Let's blow a little bit of carb clean through. We should be good to go. All right, I did find through my hoard of carburetors, I did find another little spring holder here. Hopefully this one will work. All right, so we're gonna get our float back. Well, can't get our float on without this. This is a Viton tip, so it should still seal just fine. Let's kind of move this around, so get that back in there. All right, put our pin back in. All right, I'm gonna blow air through here with my mouth and push this up and see if it's sealing. All right, it seems like that works fine. I'm going to reuse this gasket. Hopefully it still seals. All right, I got all those screws ran down. I'm going to put this back on the machine, and then we're going to see if we can actually get this thing started. Got it all back together, but we ran into a little issue here. So if I go to prime this, number one, it's not getting hard. And secondly, we just get fuel just dumping out of the front of this. Usually that indicates either the float or needle and seat aren't sealing. I knew that cork float was going to be an issue. So we got to break this back apart, and I got to order a carb kit. Well, I got the new carb kit. I put the new carb kit on, put the air box on, and this one's got a little bit of an unfortunate end because I put everything back together. I wanted to make sure that the pull start started. I pulled this over a few times and it just locked solid. And earlier in the video you saw, I put a bunch of Marvel Mystery Oil. I put a bunch of regular oil in there. But this bottom cylinder is completely seized. Completely. It will not move. I even put a wrench on the flywheel here. And even with a wrench on the flywheel, this thing will not budge. Either way, I don't know if all the corrosion in there caused this thing to just seize up, but unfortunately, not every single one of these will it runs. They will run. I mean, these are not perfect conditions and just kind of is what it is. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you like revivals like this, don't forget to subscribe. I'm going to try to have a part 2 on this, maybe do a whole top end teardown and then assess the situation from there. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.